Hi guys, my name is Diana and I want to tell you a story. Number one thing, I'm gonna begin by saying that I am a single mom. I have a 4-year-old boy, Lucas. He is the love of my life. Honestly, I love him so freaking much. Um, his father, he lives in India and he has never met my son. I guess I call Lucas my son because his biological dad has never made the effort to see him, to spend time with him, anything at all. He doesn't even ask questions like how are you guys doing or how is Lucas doing. He basically told me to have an abortion when I was first pregnant, and he told me to never contact him again. So that was kind of the beginning of, I guess, me being a single mom and me making the decision that I am going to have this baby. My mom supported me, and I remember at the time thinking, well, I guess my mom really kind of talked to me about it, and she was like, you know, you're not living just for yourself anymore. You are like having this baby growing inside of you, and you need to learn to take care of yourself, right? And I remember I was pretty like depressed at the time. Some person uh, anyways, there's some stuff that happened that made me really depressed, and like just like lie in bed and whatever, not really taking care of myself. And my mom was like, Diana, you can't keep doing this. You need to, learn and, like whatever, you need to do things to take care of your baby inside of you. And that was extremely powerful to me because it kind of made me think that in order for me to take care of my baby, I need to take care of myself, right? Like, I am not living just for me anymore. And so that was really almost, well, not necessarily the beginning of my kind of healing, because I've done a lot of healing before then, even if I would get depressed and whatever. But I would say it was an extremely, extremely big motivator for me to really kind of like move my life forward and to really kind of push myself, do whatever I need to take care of me, because my son was benefiting from that I was in essence taking care of him while I was taking care of myself. I'm a UX designer, so like I design apps and websites. I have a master's in teaching. I was a teacher in China for a couple years. I really enjoyed that so much. And I guess after I was done, or I was completing my degree in education, I met somebody who is a visual designer, and he's like, oh, I think, you should really look into this field. And I remember thinking, and this was around the time that I found out that I was pregnant, and I wanted something to basically help me, like a job where there was more work-life balance, and that would allow me to take care of my family financially. Being a single mom, I knew that I was going to be a single mom, and to really kind of be okay, what can I do that pays enough and that I can like maybe stay at home or have more of that kind of like I can spend time with my son, that I'm not like always preparing lessons or getting up at 4 in the morning and being back home at like 10 p.m., which is what would happen when I was student teaching. I got into UX design, and somewhere along the way, like I just started learning about designing apps, I guess, and websites and what it takes. And one of my teachers, I remember in one of my classes, was like, come up with an idea to like, for an app. And I was thinking like, oh, like what should I do? And again, being a single mom, I'm like, I want to build an app for single moms. And that was really like the initial thing, was single moms. And later, talking to people, they were like, I think you shouldn't exclude dads too. And I'm like, I guess you're right. I guess dads need help too. And I kind of realized that I was being biased, about this. Single dads, there's such I don't know, like it's almost like I've learned so much through doing these interviews about like with single fathers. I didn't interview single moms initially, and I just focused on single moms, and now I'm like, there's definitely a need for support, especially for single fathers. Like, there's such a man. I've learned so freaking much doing these interviews, but like one father said that he feels like he's only seen as a paycheck, and then several dads said that when they go to a park and like there's like a bunch of moms there and they just want to meet like someone for their kids to play with, right? Like they just want to have like play dates for their children, and if they approach a mom and they're trying to make a conversation just so that their kids could like hang out, it's automatically assumed that you're asking for a phone number. So like stuff like that. And another really huge thing that like several dads kept telling me was that like one father talked about how his ex was a drug addict and he tried to get custody over his children, and the judge kept siding with the mom because she's a mom, and it's like automatically assumed that because you're a woman you're a better mom. That is such a freaking bias, that again, talking to these single fathers has really opened my mind that there's a really kind of like, and I mean, even if you think about it, right, like emotionally, like the way that men or boys are raised or have been in the past is like, don't cry, you're a man, be strong, don't show your emotions, whatever. Anyway, so like stuff like that is so freaking crazy, I think. Anyway, I'm building an app for single parents, and the main thing that I found, like I found a bunch of different things, but the three things that we are focusing on, number one is building community. That is like super important. I found that a lot of single parents, or most single parents, do not have a community to kind of like turn to for help. There's a lot of loneliness and isolation, that kind of stuff. So we're doing that, especially like if you're a parent who has a child with a disability, or you're like a widow, or you're an older parent. I mean, those are very specific kind of things, and my focus is to create like a village that is like your area where you live, so like your zip code, your city, and you're able to like meet other single parents. Like initially you talk to them via app, then maybe you can meet parents, especially who are like in a similar kind of situation that you are in, getting support, whatever. Number two I found is resources. A lot of single parents kept saying how they really want to see like, where's like a good school, a good daycare, doctors, medical, legal, financial, housing. I mean, so many different resources. So that's going to be number two focus for this app, is the resources, and basically people themselves are going to share resources locally that they know, because I don't know everything everywhere in the world, but you know something, and you know something, and I know something, and together we know a lot. So that's kind of the idea behind this. And the last thing is fast childcare. So like, you're stuck in traffic and you need somebody to like your kid is like at school or at daycare and you're gonna be late, and you're like, man, I really want someone to come and get my kid from daycare like right now, and it's like, but I know I'm gonna be like half an hour late again. So like that's kind of like, the idea is that you get your phone, and we're working on safety and trust and all of that, and basically you turn to your village that could have like your mom, your sister, your brother, your best friend in it, maybe another single parent that and when you have that emergency, you basically turn to your village that you created, your trust circle, and you send a message and it goes to all of these people that you have accepted and invited, and hopefully one of them is like, yes, I can go get your kid right now. Or like, let's say you are at work and you get a phone call to come and get your kid from school right now because they are sick, or maybe you are sick yourself and your kid is like pounding on you to take care of them, and you're like, I need someone to take care of my kid. Man, I hope this was authentic. Man, I probably will need to do another, but whatever. This is me. Okay, bye.